Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video we are going to break down two trades which I took, first on NASDAQ, second on gold, which made me combine 5.5 or something. Okay, so the first trade I took was this on NASDAQ. Okay, so if I go on my Twitter for a second, so here you can see so that this was a trade. Here is the here it was a daily fair value gap and all, and here is the execution. So we will go over the higher time frame to lower time frame analysis, the reasoning behind the trade and how I approached it and everything in this video. And a second trade was on Bitcoin, which I will also share to you, so it will be a good understanding and you will understand something. So let's get started and let's go on the charts. Okay, so as usual we'll start off with the higher time frame. So we'll cut off this, okay, and then just go on the daily time frame. Okay, and so we'll start off with the weekly first. Okay, so here you can see we have this weekly fair value gap. Okay, so that is just a thing which to watch on. Okay, now going on the daily time frame, here I can see let's use the replay bar. Okay, so here basically here I can see, or let's even remove this select bar, yeah, and on NASDAQ here. Okay, so here if you can see the screen, you can simply see that we are having SMT divergence over here, which is a bearish SMT divergence at a weekly supply. Okay, now a very obvious thing which we will have right now is, once we have this, what we are going to do next is we will tap this daily fair value gap. Okay, so that is a pretty much obvious strong liquidity here. Now I will go on the 1 hour. Okay, and we'll simply mark off this from here to here. Okay, so that is our SMT. Okay guys, so now we'll just wait and see. Okay, so here the next day comes into the play. Let's make it 3x. Okay, so okay, now that was fast. Let me go on a 15-minute time frame. Okay, and then let me select the bar. Okay, so here I was basically, to be honest, I come on my charts daily on 3 a.m. New York time. Either I'm trying to catch a trade on London, or if it doesn't get offered, I just wait for the New York session to give me some trades, and if there's no trade I don't take the trade, but that is the timeline. Okay, so I came at the chart as usual at 3 a.m. and I've seen that okay, we have this weekly fair value gap, we have the daily SMT at the highs, and if you see, this is the first good thing which I've seen on my chart is that we have this sweep of this high. Okay, and then we disrespected this bullish PD array. So often we observe with the price action that when the price is bearish, okay, it tend to disrespect the bullish PD arrays, and this is something which we can see here, and it will respect the bearish PD arrays because the drawn liquidity is at this low. Okay, so now here we have this. I went on the M5 time frame because it was H1 to M5 for me, where I day trade. So now this is a H1 fair value gap, M5 fair value gap. Okay, let me give it a different color, maybe blue, yeah. And then closing below this low was my BOI to take a shot. Okay, so I will mark this as an order block, and now I will just wait for this to just simply form the bottom. Okay, where we had this, by the way, I just want to check. Okay, I just wanted to spot the SMT, to be honest. Maybe it was here, or just leave it. Okay, so you can check later. So here we have this. We initially have the daily SMT which I just showed you. So now we have this change in state of delivery where we disrespected the bullish PD array again, and we respected this M15 fair value gap which you can see over here, right? And we also disrespected this M15 fair value gap, right? So now on the M5 you can simply see that okay, we have the change in state of delivery. Now what I will do is I will simply take a limit short here. I'll put stop loss above this high. Okay, just because this is a high which has been swept, so it is a protected high for me. So that is the reason why I'm going to have this as my stop loss. Now next thing is looking at the target. So my obvious bias is this, but if I'm getting 1:2, 1:2.5 at something at these lows, I will take the profit, because that is of something I usually like to see, and I'm happy with a 1:2, 1:2.5 something. So here it's giving me that enough risk to reward, which is 2.5 for this setup. So now what I will do is I will just take the limit order, okay, and then boom, okay. So it firstly tap this, we got filled, and then we need to just go lower to the drawn liquidity. So here you go. So that was drawn liquidity, okay, and it just rain, and you can see it even rain our final drawn liquidity. Okay, now you can even play a daily IRL to ERL, because we had tapped the daily fair value gap, which I didn't play. That was my fault, and the price was kind of not giving me enough thing, and so I avoided this. That is different case, but yeah, that is the thing. And then we had this IRL to ERL play. Okay, now second trade which we had is on Bitcoin, okay, where let's use the replay bar. Okay, wait, I cannot find it. Let me just give me a moment. Let me see. Yeah, so there it is. So this setup was something here. So here if you say take a look, we can clearly see we were bearish. Okay, we were like making highs, or you can say holding highs and breaking the lows, making highs, breaking the lows. Now to be honest, why I'm looking for, so for a trade, for me the first very important thing is why we should head here, why we should need to have a target. Okay, it's not just about a level and you just short it. You need to understand why the price need to go to that certain level. So for me, this is the London low of that day. Okay, and for me in Bitcoin, especially talking about the data analytics and all, London is the most low probability session to make the high or low of the day. Okay, so here we have this, and we have this, what you can say is 1 hour supply zone. Okay, so now you can see one more interesting thing here, interesting thing over here is that the daily supply, just below that we have London's high or London zone high, right? So now we can play the London range setup with this. Okay, where we have this, you can just take a short entry and target this low. Okay, so that is something you can trade. Now I just wanted to see if there is extra confidence or not, so I use the volume profile tool from this high to this low, and I've seen that we have this value area high just at this price. Okay, so that is an extra good thing to have. Okay, so now we have a value area high here, we have the 1 hourly supply, we have the London high and low, and we have the London low as our drawn liquidity for the day. Now on the M5, we will, of course it is the H1, so we'll go on the M5 and look for entry, look for the execution. Okay, and if you can see on the Discord as well, I've shared that I'm expecting lower prices for the day, and this is my drawn liquidity. We have the changing state of delivery, displacement over here. Okay, now let's take a look over here as well. Okay, okay, let me remove the indicator. Okay, now we can see, we'll just wait for the price to tap our supply zone. Okay, now we don't have anything great to short yet, so we'll still wait. I will make it 3x. Okay, so now here we have this. Okay, that was fast, but so now here you can see we have this M5 displacement over here. Okay, and see, if my bias is clear, if my drawn liquidity, if my narrative is clear, then entry model is something which is definitely going to work. But if your narrative is not clear, then you have the best model, that is not something going to work. Okay, so when the narrative is pretty much obvious, any entry model works. So that is the thing. So now here I entered somewhere around here. Okay, below this low, I can remember that, and then I put my stop loss above this high. Okay, and now my obvious target was this. Okay, but Bitcoin did a little bit, as usual, it was a crap year, but we end up, you just see what happened here. Okay, so we had this, okay, almost, and you can see we almost have the TP over here, and then we went higher. Now you can see we almost reached at the break-even level, though you can see like what is this Bitcoin, though I haven't closed it break-even that time, nor I call it. So now I'm just waiting for my drawn liquidity, because that is something I was really confident in. it was just a crappy which we had, okay, which is fine. Now here you can see we went lower and we tapped the final draw on liquidity. So that was the trade which I took on Bitcoin, and it ended up like 2.5 or something, so that was decent. So these are the two trades which I took in the last 2 days. And I also shared one more setup or analysis, you can say, on euro today, which I just want to talk a little bit in this video. Where it is, euro, okay, let's just, yeah, here you can see that, wait, let me just get this instead, euro, okay. So here you can see that how we are failing and how we are going lower, and this is something I already shared in on our Twitter, which you can see that where I said the low of the day is in here, 1 hour fair value gap is here, okay. So yeah, so I've said that the one once we fail to close hold this fair value gap, I said the low of the day is in, and this is going to be my draw on liquidity for the day. And if you just go on my Twitter and check it, you can find it. So here you go, that the price action is weird on euro recently, but I believe the high of the day is in here, and after the news we just blown through that draw on liquidity and we even just ripping, right? So my next draw on liquidity is definitely this area, something I'll plan next week and trade it. So till the time, goodbye, see you. And if you learned something, if you're still watching this video, make sure you hit the like button and drop your attendance in the comment. Thank you so much guys, have a good day and enjoy your weekend.